Hey guys, Filthy Robot here, back with the Arumba to continue our 2v1v1v1v1. It's a really awkward thing to say. I think we'll change that name pretty soon. But beating up on AI using the broken base game mechanics, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I just got my maneuver bonus, 100% extra production towards light cav.
It's pretty nice.
It's pretty solid, yeah. Let's go ahead and knock out some extra production. I never did get to get a second worker, and I'm tempted to not buy a worker. How much does a worker cost to buy? 105 gold for me right now. I don't want to do that because, I mean, I need amenities, but I'm worried I'm going to end up with so many damn horses that I need to keep my gold income up.
Yep. You absolutely do.
On the other hand, I've got some gypsum I could improve.
I did put a Lux online. I'm in a city state. That's nice. First one. Exciting. You want me to send them a trade route? Fat chance. Alright.
Alright. Wow, I got my Pantheon at 12 faith.
12? I wonder if you're first. Does anyone else have... Can we tell other people about Pantheons?
Okay, you've usually played on quick speed, and I remember playing on standard. A Pantheon was at 25. I think it's 25 on standard, 20 on quick, and I think it's 12.5 or 12 in this case. This is cutting the 25 standard in half.
Well, the reason why I say 20 is because that's the lowest increment that you can get from a goodie hut.
Could be.
Almost never take faith generation. I almost always just find a goodie hut. So, yeah, could very well be. So you got it at 12. I wonder if that. We should see if that scales. When I get mine, eventually we'll see if it's more expensive.
Yeah. So I ended up with. I did end up getting the culture from horse tiles, from pastures in general, which is OP.
Did you notice any pantheons that you couldn't take?
I didn't really look. Because you were already waiting on me. One of the things that's really nice about Scythia is that if you don't. Oh, great. I was granted a recon unit. It's useless.
Yeah, right.
How do you, I can remove my scout from the game, but you don't get any money for selling a scout?
You do. Get money from selling a scout.
How come it doesn't say anything? Oh, I did. Wow, I got 30. It didn't say it in the tooltip, though.
Yeah, right. Kind of annoying.
Yeah, that would make too much sense. So anyway, the nice thing about Scythia is that she, if you don't have access to 2 horses, you can just go for the Saka horse archers, which ironically require 0 horses. Which kind of makes you question reality a little bit.
Yeah, that's consistent with the Huns. The Hun horse archer from Civ 5 didn't take. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So now I need to make a beeline for the policy that reduces my unit maintenance, which is going to be state workforce.
Yeah, that's super important because the way the maintenance works is that going to make all your horsemen cost 0 maintenance.
No, not true. They cost 1 maintenance. Horsemen have a maintenance cost of 2.
Oh, is it 2? I'm sorry. Yes.
But still, cutting it in half means I'll be able to have twice as large of an army with my current economy. Right now I'm losing money, so I need to...
This is one of the great parts about Gilgamesh is that the war cart is an ancient era unit, so no upkeep.
I might actually try to power out a district just so I can get this thing boosted. Sorry for taking a little bit longer than normal here.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I don't actually have access to a district right now.
I'm still brawling down a camp that seems to be spawning a ridiculous number of units.
However, just so you know, I could, if I wanted to, knock out a double pair of horsemen every turn now out of my capital.
Yeah, it does seem fairly absurd right now. Some of these balance decisions.
Yeah, but if I do that, I'm gonna bankrupt myself. So I'm gonna go and take another builder. See if I can get my amenities up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless it's an intended game mechanic, they're like, man, Scythia really ought to be able to just continue to spam horse archers and horses for the rest of the game. But the limiting factor is gold. What if we let them delete it? That's why we'll give them 2, because they can delete 1 for gold.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to be so tempted if I start to have financial issues to just sell every other horse archer or every other horse.
It's cheating.
No, it's not. No, you're wrong.
We agreed on rules. That's cheating.
I think you're a cheater. How dare you forward settle me, Greece? Can I declare war on Greece? Will you get upset with me if I do that?
No, you can do what you like with Greece.
I should have declared war on her earlier, because apparently in the ancient era there's no warmonger penalty. You can declare war for free in the ancient era.
Is that your ancient era, or their ancient era?
Anyone. I believe if you're in the ancient era, you can declare war with no penalties.
I should think about doing that.
Yeah, because I am not in the ancient era anymore. I miss the Civ 5 ability to take promotions.
God, there's so many barbarians up here.
Let's see. Ooh, another goodie hut. What's your preferred path for the horse, the light cav promotion? You like the flanking bonus, the pillage, the depredation?
I like the flanking, mostly because the tier 1 seems more useful to me.
Against ranged and siege units? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also like the idea that I can get the movement speed boost a little bit quicker.
Signe is a 250 square.
Guess I'm just gonna pick up a bunch of texts that don't put me in classical quite yet. I guess.
So you're going to actually intentionally not move into the next era?
Yeah, I think so. I don't see a lot of. I mean, I want to. A lot of times I'm doing that anyways to micromanage city-state quests. So it lets me, it's like, finish all the quests and then enter classical to get the next round of that if I can. I'm not doing that right now. At the moment, I'm just slamming war carts into an apparently unlimited experience. So
what's your military look like right now?
5 war carts and 2 archers.
Okay, I'm sitting on. I've got 6 archers and my starter warrior.
And if I'm not terribly mistaken, come on, C6 can take that. I think England's about to attack Gandhi for me, which should be fantastic.
Actually, I'm almost tempted to go for a holy site. Maybe I could go for a religion. I mean, Scythia is pretty good at a lot of different things. She's got the religious ability, like the religious focus from her Kurgan, right? You can build Kurgans for lots of faith. She gets tons of early culture from being able to go for the. She almost always seems to knock out that pantheon that I got.
Yeah, the horse one. It's so good. It's. I think that's. I honestly don't think the pantheons are. I don't know about very well balanced. I don't think they're very equal. I tried out a couple other ones and been very disappointed with most of them. And that's one of the ones that consistently seems good to me. The stone pantheon is the other one that seems pretty consistently decent to me.
All right, I'm gonna start
my
playing...
build order has been just pretty much all military. Like I think I built a couple builders in between, but like other than that, it's been just military, military, military.
Wow. Well, I think I'm probably gonna end up playing a little bit slower than you because I'm starting to get a lot more units out, which is gonna take time.
You talked me out of a turn timer.
Yeah, well, I didn't want you to rush me.
It's alright.
It's not nice. So on top of all the other advantages that Cavalry get, they ignore zone of control, so that's fun.
Yeah, well, I know, like, doesn't it feel just a little bit absurd? Like, how many boosts they have?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what the point of building a melee unit is right now. Like, why would I ever want a melee unit? Ever. Like, everything that I'm fighting that is good, all the strong units are horsemen, cavalry in general, right? Ignore zone of control. So why the hell am I doing that?
I've been denounced already. I love it.
I'm seeing damage on England's units, heavy chariots near Gandhi's borders. I wonder if I can tell if they're at war with somebody or not.
I'm losing.
Yeah, they're at war with Gandhi. That's awesome.
Losing 10 gold per turn though right now, so I've really got to, square this up a little bit.
Yep.
So I think one of the things that's happening as well is that on turns where I'm making horses, right, I have 12.4 production in my capital, and I'm getting that doubled by the policy. And they don't cost that much, right? A horse only costs, well, it says 80, but somehow I'm able to knock it out in one turn. And I think it's because of the turn timer, or the online thing. I don't think it does what you said, where it reduces the cost.
I think it's not. You think it's hidden?
Yeah, I just think it's hidden right now. But
the other thing is for that too is there's no, as best as I can tell. Remember that one turn wonder we did in that first game we played together?
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost certain that there's no cap on overflow right now.
Yeah,
which means that if you do this like this with your one turn shit, eventually you'll one turn a wonder.
Yeah, so I think what's happening is like I'm able to stockpile resources, stockpile production,
while building 2 horses a turn.
By building horses and horses and horses. And then when I switch to something else, all of the bonus production I got towards horses ends up going on towards whatever else I want to make it. Because it's just stockpiling the resources.
It's fairly ridiculous.
Right, I need more, what is it that it's money. Money is what I need. Which means I just need to build a district. Alright, I don't even care what district it is, I need a district. I could build a campus with no adjacency bonuses, that's cool. No. I can't justify that.
What does this even mean? 7 combat strength versus units in district. So that means when I'm defending against a unit shooting me in a district, because you don't attack a unit in a district, right? You attack the district itself. Seems pretty weak. I have a hard time with heavy cav, which is what the war carts are, going anything except the right-hand side, the barding route, reactive armor route. I can't ever justify doing the other one for me. All right. Billion more war carts. I'd really like to get the policy that makes my war charge cheaper. That'd be really nice, but I can't clear this barb camp because it has spawned about 3 barbs per turn. Like, I don't know what the deal is with this barb camp. I have 5 war carts slamming into it, and it's spawning more barbs than I can kill. Like, come on. Come on, Arumba.
I'm working here.
Oh,
I'm taking down Argos.
Oh, you're already on Greece? Okay.
Yeah. And so, okay, so two things we need to cover real quick is that, so one of the things that makes me even more ridiculous, this civilization, is that not only do I get this insane amount of horses, but also, every time I kill a unit, with any unit, they heal.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
It is really ridiculous, isn't it?
And think how brutal that is in multiplayer where first moves, where sometimes you get your first move off and sometimes you don't. So sometimes you don't get to assign your promotion, your unit just dies. And if he clicks first, then he gets that free 50% heal. Finally. All right, now I can get the bonus production for this. Finally cleared this barb. Took me forever. Well, I should be able to check army score too. I'm really kind of curious. So I've spammed nothing but military. I'm actually 4th in military right now. Are you 1st?
Let's see. How do you... We haven't even found each other, have we?
I see. Unmet player Arumba actually tells me you're 3rd.
Yeah. Domination victory. Is that what you're looking at, or score?
Yeah. Well, I mouse over on the domination victory stuff. You mouse over, you can see the actual military score. It's of course a value that I don't know if it means anything. Like I guess we could check that right now. We could add up our military. Does it actually the combat strength of our military? I'd like to know. So I'm at 247, and these are how much? They're 30 each. That should be pretty easy. Well, but all my units are wounded. I bet you it doesn't account for that. I bet you it accounts for wounding. All right.
A strong economy begins with a strong...
Oh, sweet. I just finished my workforce policy. Now I can get my unit maintenance. So I think we're going to slow up a little bit here on inscription.
On the negative gold.
Yeah, I'm really... Well, I have 200 in the bank, so I can actually float it for like 15, 16 turns, but...
You will eventually run out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I could have stolen a builder there. England and yeah, I think Gandhi managed to piss off England before I pissed off England by settling close enough to her capital that she just was like, "This is bullshit." Not either of them really caring that was even closer to my capital, but that was before my first city, which means that when I settle my first city, they're not mad at me. It's kind of nice.
All right. Well, I have a new city. What should I do with Argos that I've conquered from Greece? More horse archers, perhaps.
Yeah, I think this game will probably go to a decent length, maybe like medieval, and
then we'll have conquered everyone.
Yeah, that's the goal, right?
Yeah, totally.
So are you bothering with horse archers? They just feel so much inferior to me than horses.
I only build horse archers with Scythia. Well, she's the only one that can build them, right? I only build them if I don't have the ability to get 2 horses in the cap, like in my city.
Gotcha.
Because otherwise, like, yeah.
But does Scythia ever spawn without 2 horses in the cap?
Yeah, I've had it before. Or like a barbarian will come in and pillage one of your tiles or something, and then you can't produce them.
That's the positive aspect.
You don't have
of trade, I suppose.
But yeah, they seem much weaker than regular cav. And as per normal here, using my horses to heal themselves by attacking enemies.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that because that is a delaying factor right now for me, is I have to actually heal my units.
Yep, I hear ya. The Kurgan, I forget. The Kurgan gets a bonus from each adjacent Kurgan, is it as well?
I think it's just adjacent pastures.
Well, pastures I know for sure is one of them. And I don't have any near this city, and this city's struggling for food right now. So I kind of need +1 faith, +1 gold. Ah, it's just the adjacent pastures. That's a pretty bad location to do it in then.
Well, my 3-pop expand is also one popping or one turning war carts. It's hilarious.
Yeah, so
I'll
huge
be doing that
advantage.
for the next 100 turns.
You've got 2 huge advantages, right? One is that your war carts have no maintenance, and then the other is that you have this unique ability with your nation where you gain like AoE experience. I haven't really figured out exactly how that thing works.
Yeah, I haven't been tapping that at all. Oh my god, I need to get down there. And yeah, in multiplayer, it just seemed to be any like combat that was occurring that you weren't directly at war with, where people were getting experience. You seem to be getting experience for. But I haven't been paying any attention to that at all.
All right, I'm gonna stop beeping at me, game. I swear, you are pressing buttons to make that happen.
I can make it beep. You ready?
What did you do? How do you do that?
You just ready turn and hit next turn again.
Well, that's just
It beeps
rude.
at them. But that's not why I'm doing it. It's because I do something and I'm like, oh, I could change this. Because I had some delegations that I hadn't assigned, so I went back to look at.
I see. I don't like how when you've said you're done with your turn, you can't even like look at how your cities are working, like where they are.
There's some other annoying parts of that too, because when you hit end turn, you can actually assign the production. Like you can tell your city to focus on working food or focus on working hammers. But when the turn rolls over, you find out that didn't actually take. So like it lets you manipulate that while you've already hit end turn, but it doesn't actually save those things you really don't like.
That's just evil, is what that is. So, since I have 2 horses, is there any real advantage to building the encampment?
No, I mean it's actually a fairly. Turns out that actually is pretty useful on defense versus players, but I have a feeling when you're Scythia, you're not going to be doing a lot of defense. So
yeah, pretty unlikely.
Doesn't seem like something I'd be too worried about. No walls in London. That may be a mistake.
So you're actually aggressively attacking an AI right now as well?
I have not. I've just cleared out this barb camp, but no, not quite yet attacking. But the plan is to be doing that very soon. Just been getting a critical mass of war carts, and I built some archers to actually give me a pretty decent shot at killing cities soon. I have found that just slamming horsemen is totally fine.
Well, yeah, slamming horsemen as Scythia is their intended mechanic. Just attack all the things.
Yes, yeah, but taking cities with horsemen doesn't feel like an intended mechanic. Melee just seems, especially melee cavalry units, just seem way too good at doing damage to cities. Like in Civ 5, you can't just slam. We can slam melee units into cities, but you're going to be in for some really unpleasant surprises because your melee units are all going to die doing that. So.
The thing is with as soon as they get walls up, the Cavs start to get much weaker.
Yeah.
For slamming against.
I was taking other players' cities last night when I was playing with knights, totally just surrounding a city with knights, and I could take it in 2 turns of attacks.
Now here's a question: if I can I attach a battering ram to a horse? That sounds hilarious.
Yes, you can.
It'll slow the horse down unless I get the final promotion on the horse tree, right? Which is the one where you can
Why
escort.
even attach it? Just manually move it. The attachment stuff doesn't seem, and that way you don't lose any friggin' movement.
Because here's why you attach it, Filthy. Don't ask silly questions. It's funny in my mind to picture a horse with a battering ram on it. Like it's not actually like a unit of its own. No, it's a horse ram. It's a battering ram horse.
It's a horse ram.
It's hilarious to me. So that's why. All right, I am only losing 5.9 gold. Let's make more horses. We're now going through the jungle. The other advantage with horsemen is their 4 movement makes it so that they can move through 2 rough terrain tiles per turn, where even scouts can't do that. Like that's insane. They're so good. There's so many things about them.
Yeah, they're a really incredible unit.
Unfortunately, Sparta now has walls. Damn. To make things a little bit trickier.
He'll manage, I'm sure.
However, he still can't shoot me with the city center, so there's always that.
Oh, I could have stolen a builder and I didn't. Ah, so bad, so bad. Beep beep. 4 cards. These are so ridiculous.
Oh wow. So rushing a worker by consuming a forest will allow you to use that worker on the same turn that you rush it.
Yeah. Unlike Civ 5, you do actually finish production by rushing on the same turn you rush.
I should have taken a closer look at that promotion tree again.
Yeah, I struggle with that. It's one of the things I actually want to sit down. Like, I've been so busy with streaming and doing it all live that in live with the turn timers, it's not a lot of time to think. I've been wanting to sit down and actually take a look through those promotion trees again.
Hey, cheers, mate. I met you. Hey. Sumeria, Filthy Robot, Scout. All right.
Did it meet me? Awesome.
Yeah, that's my initial warrior. He's well far east, probably about, oh gosh, I don't know, 25 tiles east of my start location. He's gone on a little bit of a roundabout path. So, well, anyway, I guess we gotta take a break here.
All right, see you guys soon.
In a bit.